Wilma. Uh, F5. 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 Press F5, ma.
Yes, ma'am, but it is not working.
Okay, here press that slideshow. Go to slideshow or down.
Where?
Here, ma. Here, slideshow. Or else you press the down. Okay, go to slideshow. Uh, mm.
Shall I start now?
Yeah, start, ma.
Okay, good afternoon, good morning, friends. And today I am going to explain about ARM processor, one of the application in smartphone. And we are using ARM processor in smartphones. And before going to smartphone ARM processor, I will explain what are the parts are there in mobile phone. I mean smartphone. Camera will be there, sensor hub will be there, and GPS module. This GPS module will connect with the satellite and will uh, locate the location, and Bluetooth power management will be there, and SIM module, Wi-Fi module, cellular module, and flash controller, which is used for memory management. And one more thing is that ARM processor also there in mobile phone. In ARM processor, we are having many parts. Debug interfacer. The debug interfacer having a ARM core site. It is a industry standard for debugging and tracing the error, and which is also giving designs for maximum visibility and tools to ensure the safety system on chip optimization. And next one is the instruction catching. It acts as a buffer memory between external memory and DSP uh, code processor. And third one is BFP, vector floating point, which is provide both a single and a double precision operation. Many operation can also take place in either scalar or vector form. And core processor controller. This extends the processing feature of a core by extending the instruction set, and by providing configuration of many registers in it. And data cache, which will which will give information which comes from a website or any an app that stores on our smartphone. It will store for a long time. Whenever we need, we can take that data in data cache. And instruction interface, which is used to, yeah, here we are using a new instruction is fetched over the instruction interface, which means we can take many instruction from outside only. And data transfer takes place in the memory storage of the pipeline. And another one is the DMA. DMA is nothing but we all know direct memory access, which is a control unit which can transfer the blocks of data between input output devices and main memory with minimal intervention. And peripheral port, which is connecting external device to this ARM processor. ARM processor having many special functions, which is which will give a high efficiency in audio processor, and low power video playback. I mean power consumption is low, and advantage in power management, high performance storage, and high quality camera processor, and performance controller, and high efficiency DRMA, sorry, DRAM,
Dynamic random access memory.
random access memory. Yes,
Mm.
ma'am. And and high efficiency in CPU cores, etc. And that's all, ma'am.
Okay, ma. Actually, she has. I told you, ARM7 processor. The manufacturers are nothing but Acorn Computers as well as the Apple. So he had taken. She had taken that applications. Very good, Mahalakshmi. Okay, you give stop sharing, ma. Yeah. Next, Jay Prakash.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now you take the screen and you can able to share the screen, ma.
Yeah, okay, ma'am. Ma'am, I was unable to see the ma'am, where I can
You have a option of share screen in your menu. Share screen.
mute my replace pin, hide self video.
Yeah, it is in the down. You make your screen full screen, ma. You make your Zoom screen full screen.
Yeah, okay, ma'am. Just
Yeah, you have a share screen, or else plus Alt yes. Mm.
okay, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. You press slideshow. The down you have a menu for slideshow.
That's it, ma'am. I can't. Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma. Yeah, yeah. Now you start.
Yeah, good morning, guys. This is Jay Prakash, and right now I'm talking about the application of ARM processor in space industries, particularly as we cannot use the different and kind of processes where the temperature ranges between minus 200 or minus 200 to plus 300 that in the space avionics. Because of that, we should require particular processors where it can withstand the temperature ranges. For that, we are going with the TCLS processor, which is incorporated by the ARM, along with some other companies. The TCLS stands for triple core lock setup, which has three CPUs. Here we can see the objectives, which was what is the necessity of using this TCLS processor, in particularly in space industries. If suppose, for example, if any processor wants to handle something, it requires some basic standards. In particularly the space, we don't have anything pre-programmed like that. We may have different type of we can see have heard things like the satellite used to revolve around the earth, right? And when the satellite is going to revolve around the earth, the temperature may vary. When the temperature is varying drastically within a minute of time, the temperature may rise and it may fall. For that, the circuit board has to withstand the conditions like ionization, radiation. All these things has to be kept in mind while designing the processor. So because of that, the TCLS can withstand radiation hardening by process, and it can withstand that total ionizing. It has some capability. It has manufactured in such a way that it can withstand up to 3K RD of total ionizing diode capacity, and single event latch up upset, and it has transient capability which can handle some unwanted interrupts which was occurred in the processor itself, and it can handle the mission critical failures, such as when, let me go for the next slide. Here we can see the TCLS CPU bus system architecture, where it consists of 3 CPUs, ARM Cortex R5, ARM Cortex. These three are the CPUs, where we can see here that correctable error sequence, where we can get in this with the help of this 3 CPUs. If the process, if suppose for example, consider that if any one of the CPU has been failed, in such a, at that time itself, the user or the system itself can debug, and the process can be handled by the next CPU, such that there is no disturbance for the process. The process will continue in a proper manner as required by the process. So here we can, in the bottom, we can see 3 CPUs in lock operation, where we can see that shared memory protected ECC and no modification to CPU resistor transistor logic, and TCLS assist unit system level fault handling, where if any fault, I have previously said that if any fault is going to be occurred in any of these 3 CPUs, any consider if has a fault has been occurred in the middle CPU, where I'm placing my pointer, that at the time the rest of the 2 CPUs can handle the process and it can deliver the maximum amount of performance, such that we are not going to have any interruption for the process which we are going to handle. And if it is, although if it is going to fail, the rest of the 2 process can handle the things in a proper manner. Here we can see if interrupt FIQ all the CPUs, go to the save state. Although if sometimes it can manually handle the data, like how the satellite has to send collected information which has been collected by it to the ground stations. At the time, the data can be stored itself, and later on the debugging things will be performed by the CPU itself, by the processor, such that the data which we are going to get to the satellite won't be get and failed, such that we can get a proper amount of data. Although we are going to have any damage in any one of the CPU cores, the thing can be performed in a normal manner. And thank you, guys.
Yeah, you go to the first slide, ma.
This no, ma'am.
Yeah, before that,
This, ma'am.
yeah, 444 locket type for space. Actually, you have seen in our satellite launch also, we have used this microcontroller. So he has taken ARM Cortex processor. So actually, it is a same type of ARM 6. The extended version is ARM Cortex. Jay Prakash, thank you for your seminar. So I think the two people have taken the different journal this time. Magalishmi have taken the application in the iPhone, and he has taken for the satellite how this TCLS used in a space. Okay, so thank you very much, students. Yeah, you give staff sharing, ma.
Okay.
Yeah. So tomorrow, I think actually everyone, please prepare 3 slides. Okay, I think tomorrow Harshavardhan is here, ma. Harshavardhan,
Ma'am, 34.
Harshavardhan, not that Harshavardhan, Amurdam Harshavardhan. Register number 7. I think he is present only. Amurdam Harshavardhan. I have to remove him. See, while I'm calling you, people are not answering. Now I can understand that you just switch on your video, sorry, switch on the uh, Zoom, and you have left somewhere. Huh? Angeline Aishwarya.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, tomorrow you have to prepare, ma. Minimum 3 slides. Okay. Not
Okay.
minimum, maximum 3 slides. Then Anurag Srivatsa is taking a continuous absent. So I'm leaving him. Subramanian. Subramaniam. Anshuri Subramanian. Ansuri.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, tomorrow you too have to prepare, Anshuri.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. And Aruna Devi.
Ma'am.
You also. Aruna
Okay.
Devi. Angeline Aishwarya, Ansuri Subramanian, Amurdam Harshavardhan, Amurdam Harshavardhan, register number 7. Amurdam Harshavardhan, I already told you, you people are not removing now. I just remove. Okay, he can't able to join. Okay, and one more, Aarti. Aarti, 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 are you here, Aarti?
Yes,
You have a
ma'am.
network issues there. Okay, leave it, ma. Okay, tomorrow I allocated only for Angeline Aishwarya, Anshari Subramanian, Aruna.
Ma'am,
Yeah, what Aarti? Aarti, if you are willing, tomorrow you take it. Are you clear, Aarti? Aarti can be also ordered. Aarti, Angeline Aishwarya, Anshari Subramanian, Aruna Devi. Don't ask any excuses, ma. Can you understand or not? Mogana Priya, you too. Tomorrow you have to also prepare. So don't tell me the reasons and all. Next week comes Muttulashmi, sorry, Muttamil Shelvi on Wednesday. I'm saying Muttamil Shelvi, Banu Prakash, Nandini, 3 Nandinis. Muttamil Shelvi, are you here? Muttamil Shelvi?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Muttamil Shelvi, Banu Prakash. Yeah, you Nandini M, Nandini M, 2 Nandini M's. Nandini M, Nandini M, Nandini R. Okay. All 3 has to take on Wednesday. All 5. Muttamal Shelvi, Banu Prakash, Nandini M, and Nandini R. Okay. Okay. We will, I think the time is almost half an hour went. And today, people, you understand that. See, while you're sharing your PPT, okay, you have to put the slideshow. So press the slideshow button, then automatically the screen will be visible to you. Okay. So one more thing, this is the 4th unit syllabus we have discussed in previous classes, and now I will start with RS232 and RS445. Already I gave the some introduction in the previous class, and today we will see actually the entire 4th unit. You are going to see about the serial communication protocols. So there are different types of serial communication protocols are there. First we will cover RS232 and RS445. What is the full form for RS, ma? What is the full form for RS? Anyone? What is the full form for
recommended standard, ma'am.
recommended standard? Very good. So recommended standard is the full form for RS. So you all know that is developed by EIA. Starting it will be as a EIA because Electronic Industries Association only developed this standard. So actually it is developed in the year of 1960s. So EIA 232, EIA 562, they developed like that. Then slowly it become as a RS. Okay. So because recommended standard, and we all know this RS232 bit will send the data serially only, because all these protocols are serial communication protocol. So it will support both asynchronous as well as asynchronous mode of transport. You all understand synchronous and asynchronous is nothing but a transporting mode. So whether it will be transfer synchronously or asynchronously. Okay. And earlier stage we are using the term data terminal equipment, data communication equipment. For that, this RS232 will be used as a interfacing between these two. So to that I will refer you this diagram. Please go through this diagram. In olden days, one system is there means one telephone line will be there. Am I correct or not? So to link the system and telephone line, we always use one device. What is the device, ma? Modem. Modem means what? It will act as a modulator and demodulator. So what happened? Computer signal is a digital signal, and telephone signal is analog signal. So I can't able to synchronize. So modem will be always used as a interfacing between telephone and computer. And nowadays, if I want to link any broadband connection, we have a Wi-Fi option. Okay, we can choose Wi-Fi on that day. On the earlier while introduction in the internet period, we don't have such a. We have to manually connect through the Ethernet cables. So what happened now? We always link computer and modem. So computer will be called as a DTE, data terminal equipment, and modem will be called as a data circuit terminating equipment. Are you clear? So this two we use it to say system is a DTE, modem. Okay, then other data loggers or will be also called as a DCE. Okay, data communicating equipment or data circuit terminating equipment. Okay, and you just see the telephone will be line will be connected there. So the interface cable is nothing but a RS232 cable will be used between computer and the modem. Okay, and now you all know the first RS232 standard is developed in 1969 to connect between DTE to DCE. Okay, so data terminal equipment, data communication equipment. So to that you all know the phone lines will be telephone line will be connected to the modem. And nowadays also we have a modem, but we don't have a physical connection between the computer and the modem. We have a Wi-Fi option, but olden days we don't have such an option, so we will connect only through physically. So at that time the RS232 will be very famous connecting between DTE and DCE. I've seen DTE and DCE, and here also DCE and DTE. So you have seen that in my home my PC line is there. I'm connecting the modem through that, and I am connected to somewhere in the world. The telephone line will be the only communication between that, and again it is connected through modem to PC. You all know it is a bidirectional communication. So you have to understand that RS232 it's a bidirection. In technically we can say it is a full duplex connection. That means what? It can both receive as well as transmit the cable. So EIA 232 in some of them we will specify, some of them will specify RS232. Why EIA? Na? The developed is Electronic Industry Associates only developed this RS232. That's why they gave the name EIE. Okay, and you all understand RS232 we have a three signals because RS232 will always have a bidirectional communication. So I can able to send the data, I can able to receive the data, and the signal ground is also necessary. And one more thing, my voltage level, we always have a logic 1 logic 0. So we have to have a voltage level from 5 to 25, that will be in a positive as well as opposite. I think you can see this diagram. I think you see this diagram. Huh? This diagram is very important diagram. How RS232. This is asynchronous mode of communication. You are seeing that plus 3 volt to plus 25 volt. Okay, and minus 3 volt to minus 25 volt. Actually, here we have reversed plus 3 to plus 25. Now it is called as a logic 0. Minus 3 to minus 25. Now the logic level is 1. You always understand logic 0 means we used to say it's a space. Logic 1, that is we used to say in a negative. Now we used to say mark. Have you seen mark state means it is nothing but a negative signal. That is the logic is 1. Active na space state signal. The word they will use mark signal, space signal. Mark signal is nothing but a negative signal. Okay, space signal is nothing but a positive signal. So positive signal or space signal means the logic level is 0 and here logic level is 1. So you just see how we have terminated this RS232. We all know asynchronous mode na first should be start bit, the last should be stop bit, in between is data bit, and then parity mode of communication. You always understand synchronous or asynchronous mode. We have a start bit, stop bit, parity bit, then data bit. Start bit. Okay, so depending upon that, we have a one start bit and two stop bits. Okay, or
Ma'am,
two are single. What ma?
I can't able to see your screen, ma'am.
Why? Everyone can able to see ma. Others?
Yes,
Others,
ma'am.
yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Anshuri, there is something problem in your network. You cannot able to see.
Okay, ma'am.
I think you have switched off your video only, na?
Yes, ma'am.
Ask him to rejoin. Man.
Yeah, rejoin it.
Okay, okay.
Okay. So space signal is positive signal. Mark signal means what? Negative signal. That is an important terminology. Plus 3 volt to plus 25 volt space signal. Minus 3 volt to minus 25 volt. It's a mark signal. In between that range, minus 3 to plus 3, that is indeterminate region. Okay. So we have a start bit, stop bit, parity bit, and the data bit. Single start bit will be there, and two stop bit or one stop bit will be there. Parity bit we have to identify this a odd parity and even parity. My data packet will be nothing but it correspond to ASCII code. Are you clear, ma? So this is my asynchronous mode of communication. So positive signal means space signal, negative signal means mark signal. Okay, so positive signal refers to logic 0 and negative signal refers to logic 1 in RS232 communication. So RS232, you have to understand that is full duplex communication, and my low voltage level is from um, plus or minus 5 volt to plus or minus 25 volt. So plus 3 to plus 25 is nothing but positive signal, space signal, and minus 3 to minus 25 is negative signal, mark signal, and a positive signal correspond to logic 0 and negative signal correspond to logic 1, and in between the stage is called as a indeterminate region, and it is a full duplex communication. Are you clear? Okay. Now, and this is the basic 232 specification. How many bits transmitted? 19,200 bits per second, and maximum cable length is 50 feet, and this is maximum capacitance. Then the voltage level, I told you, logic 1 na negative voltage level, logic 0 na positive voltage level. Okay, here dB. What is the meaning for abbreviation for dB na? Data bus. Okay, in RS232, we have a two types of pin connector. One is 9 pin connector and another one is 25 pin connector. Actually, normally, 9 pin connector is popular in serial communication. Some PC parallel ports, we use DB25 also. Okay. So, so we all know, while we seeing when you are communication in UART and USRT, RS232 is popular because of using handshaking signal. So we all know RS232 have a full duplex mode of communication. So it will send the data as well as receives the data. Okay, so this is 25 pin connector DB. DB means what? Data bus 25 pin connector, data bus 9 pin connector. So the three are very important thing: transmission bit, receiving bit, and ground pin. Okay, so we will see you people try to remember this diagram, because DB20 9 pin connector, you have to draw the 9 pins. What are all the pins are that? So 1 to 5, then 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, pin 1, data carrier detect. Actually, while we are seeing in the modem, we used to say we have a blinking. So when the three lines will be stable only, we can understand that we are can able to receive as well as transmit the data, and as well as we have a data carrier is directed. So the same thing, pin 1 is data carrier. So receive the data, transmit the data. So receives the data means what? Data in. Transmit the data means what? Data out. Then ground. So the three signals are very important signals in RS232. Data in is receiving, data out is transmitting, and signal ground. Okay, so the fourth pin is data terminal ready. Nama sir. Okay, sir. So you all understand these three pins. You have to draw this diagram. RS232, if they ask now, you have to definitely draw the diagram. Okay, sixth pin is data set ready. Then we all know request to send, clear to send. Okay. Then ring indicator. These are the handshake signals. The other signals are that nothing but data set ready, ready to send, clear to send, data terminal ready. All the signals are nothing but a handshake signal. What is the purpose of handshake signal? Now, while I'm sending the data and receiving the data, we have a acknowledgement. So that acknowledgement is nothing but a handshake signal. Okay, so you have to understand in RS232 we have a 9-pin connector. Three signals are very important: receiving, transmitting, and ground. Apart from that, we have a four signals for a handshake signals. To sending and receiving, we have a acknowledgement. And this is nothing but a 25-pin connector. Okay, so 25-pin connector, it is very difficult to remember, but you can draw the diagram of the 1 to 13, and then this is a 14 to 25. Okay, and then you have to identify that we have a DTE DCE. What is DTE, ma? Data terminal equipment. DCE means data actually sometime it is told as a computer terminal equipment, or data communication equipment, or that is called as a DCE. So we have a two different connectors between to connect between DTE and DCE. Actually we used to say male pin and female pin, that they were saying. Okay, so this is nothing but RS232 line driver. You all understand? To connect between the DTE and DCE, we are using the RS232 interface. And we all know a space or space signal is a positive signal, and mark is a negative signal, and this is a indeterminate range, and this level is called as a logic 0, and this level is called as a logic 1. That they were saying ideal state as a signal negative with respect to common, whereas active as the signal level positive respect to the space reference. So we are nothing but we are connecting to the ground. So from that, whether we can identify whether it is a positive signal or negative signal, because it is connected with the ground also. So I can identify the positive signal as a space signal, and negative signal as a ideal signal or mark signal. RS232 speed. Actually, you have to understand, we have seen 19,200 bits per second it will be transmitted, but its standard will be 220 kilobits per second. You have to understand that, always you have to understand the length of the cable also play a important role in speed. Okay, for example, if your cable is very long length, then obviously the speed will be get reduced. So you get the optimum result of get as accurate speed, your length of the cable should be reduced. In micro in not in electromagnetic theory, you have find out the large wire capacitance and inductance of the cable, no? That is also play the important role on selecting the speed of the cable. So you have to understand that the higher the capacitance, the cable interference between the two signals also higher. So always you have to have be that the capacitance inductance will also limits the speeds of this. So you have to get an optimal value of inductance and capacitance. So the optimal value of inductance and capacitance, and the length of the wire should be always should be less, then only we will get the maximum baud rate, or else my speed of the cable get my speed of the signal get be reduced. So you have to understand RS232 always have a very minimum length, 50 feet. Nearly I can use only for 15 meter, not more than that. So this will be the maximum distance I can use, and then automatically I have a maximum baud rate. Okay, and similarly, large wire capacitance and inductance also increase the interference between the adjacent signal wire. So I have to limit my capacitance and inductance value also. Okay, so this I told you why the speed I told you in according to the length of the wire and according to the cable inductance and capacitance. The another one is they are saying that if it is an analog signal, you have to understand in analog signal this is ideal one. Ideal one means one ma, my value is 1 and here it is 0. But you always understand my ideal will not match with the real value. You have a some sampling time will be there. So what happened in real, you have seen some time delay taken from ideal to real state, and similarly it reaches the low value, there is some time delay between these two. So this will also limit the speeds of the length. So you always understand, cable length get increases now, automatically my speed is also get reduced. And similarly digital, during digital it will fast, but even it is analog also, the time will be very less. We have seen while comparing my analog signal with the ideal signal, it will not matches. It takes some sampling time to uh, between that two, that is nothing but wait time, that is also reduce the speed of the cable. Okay, so these are the different types of RS232 cables. Recommended standard 232 cables are there. So this is, that may be a 25 pin connector also will be there. 9 pin connector also will be there. In 9 pin connector, we have a very important thing is transmitting, receiving and ground signal. Apart from that, we have a 4 data terminal ready, data set ready, then clear to send, receiving, clear to send as well as receive to send, and no DTS, one more is CTS I think. DTS, data set is request to send, clear to send, I am sorry, RTS and CTS, request to send and clear to send. And ring indicator and data carrier detector is nothing but whether I can detect the signal or not. Okay, so you have to understand in RS232. The next one is recommended standard 485 cable. Okay, so this is also developed by Electronic Industry Association. So EIA only developed, Electronic Industry Association only developed this RS445, but they used multi-drop mode. Actually, multi-drop mode means, what is the main difference between RS232 and RS445? Now, RS232 will be used only for limited range. How? What is the maximum meter, ma? In RS232, have you seen anyone see? What is the maximum feet I can use? Now only I told.
15,
RS232. Huh?
15.
Very good. 50 feet. I can use only for 50 feet, and 15 meters only I can use. But RS445 cable, I can use 400 feet. Okay, and 1200 meters. But you have seen here, there my maximum speed is, you have seen 20 kilobit per second. But here you have seen it is 100 kilobit per second. But what I told you, when length get increases now, the speed is get decreased. But here my length is high as well as my speed is also high. Why? Because my length is even get increased, my speed is also high now. RS for 445 is half duplex communication, not full duplex communication. Can you understand? That's why the speed is high even though the distances get increased. But RS232, we have a limited number of distance, but speed is also only 20 kilobit per second. But here the speed is 100 kilobit per second, but the distance is 4000 bit. Because why RS445 having this much of high baud rate now, it is doing only half duplex connection. Okay, half duplex means what, ma? What is half duplex?
We can only transmit the data at single time.
Transmit or receive. Any option it will do. Half duplex na, it will transmit the signal or receive the signal. Okay, full duplex na, it will do both. That's why we are going multi-drop mode. Multi-drop mode na, we have a one set of driver for transmitting, another set of driver for receiving. That's why RS445, we used to use the technical word multi-drop mode. So that, due to that only, it do the high data rate communication over the long distance. Can you understand? That's why that's why it do the high data communication over the long distance in a real world environment. Okay, so you have seen that RS445 line driver is there. Okay, so we all know one for the transmitting and receiving we used to say. But here what they are saying now, so this is my space and this is my mark, that is according to the level of voltage level I am saying. There we used to say plus or minus 25 volt, plus or minus 5 to plus or minus 25 we used to say. But you see here the voltage level is plus 2 to plus 6 and minus 2 to minus 6. Are you clear? Here the voltage level we have permissible range for a positive voltage is +2 to +6, and -2 to -6. So this is my logic 0 and this is my logic 1. So what happened now? RS445 line driver have a differential uh, differential system. Okay, so differential system now, there will be an transmitting, we have a separate line driver, and we have a receiving separate line driver, because we can transmit only one signal at a time, or we can receive signal at a time, because it can have a half duplex. So what happen now, they have a driver which will transmit the signal. Similarly, we have a driver system which have receives the signal. So you have seen that this is my RS445. So we have a TX445, TX445. Actually, it is nothing but we were using a differential system approaches there. Okay, so this for is transmitting, and this for a receiving, and this is nothing but a ground. So there we have a only one driver is enough. In RS232, only one driver is enough for a communication, one line driver. But RS445, here we are needed nearly 32 drivers for transmitting as well as receiving. So you have seen that the common differential system for transmitting and common differential system for receiving, and this is a ground system, because we have a multi-drop mode. I told you multi-drop mode now. We have a transmitting as well as receiving. We have a separate line drivers. Okay, so you have seen this. One will act as a master, and another will act as a slave. So one is for sending G, okay, and another for receiving. Okay, so you have seen that 4,000 feet between each end. So one is generator and another one is receiving, and we have a common ground is there. So we have a separate signal for this is will do the transmitting, and this will do the receiving, and this we have a ground connection. And similarly we have a slave also will be there. Okay, so and one more thing, so they have specified the standard specifies 32 drivers and 32 receivers can share a multi-drop network. So the 32 drivers will send the signal and 32 receivers will receive the signal, because it will supports only half duplex. So but it have a multi-drop communicates over a single twisted cable. What is the main advantage on RS455 now? We can able to transmit 4,000 feet, nearly 12,000 meter we can transfer the signal. And one more advantage is the speed is also comparatively increases. But only thing is the number of drivers and number of receivers will increase in the cable. That is the only disadvantage in RS445. So I have told you transmitting and receiving. Similarly, transmitting and receiving. So that is a multi-drop network. So RS445 versus RS232. I told you RS232 is a bidirectional, RS445 is a single channel bus. So RS232, a single wire have a capability to send as well as receive. We have a here two wire, one is for transmitting and another one is for receiving. Okay, and this is the main difference between that. Here we have a only single ended, we don't have a differential line drivers, but here we have only differential, because transmitting and receiving is there. So it is single ended, it is a differential. Modes of operation: full duplex and it is a half duplex. The maximum cable length is 50 feet, and this is for 4,000 feet. The maximum data rate will be 20 kilobit per second, and this is 10 kilobit per second. And typical voltage level, we can operate between plus or minus 5 to plus or minus 15 volt. In between that will be indeterminate range, but here the voltage level is plus or minus 1.5 to plus or minus 6 volt. And here the input impedance is there. Then receiver sensitivity, the voltage level is high, that's why the receiver sensitivity also plus or minus 3 volt. And here the voltage level is very low, so my sensitivity also get decreased. Can you understand the difference, ma? It's a very important difference. Are you clear? RS232 and RS440 485. So this is the specification wise. I told you single ended differential, and one driver is enough and one receiver is enough. Here 32 drivers and 32 receiver is there, and the cable length is also different. Data rate is also different. Voltage level is also difference on that. Are you clear, ma? Have you all understand RS232 and RS485 cables. So according to your syllabus, what is the question they will ask in RS232, RS445? Now, yeah, write your notes on, or maximum in this unit. If they ask the question, now write your notes on RS232, RS445, or I square C, and I'll ask. Or else explain about RS232 in detail. Now you are supposed to start from here. What is RS232? Okay, and how you have to explain the diagram. So you have seen male DB. DB means what? Data bus, and this is female pin is there. Okay, and then how we are setting the software settings. Space for positive signal, mark for negative signal, and basic 232 specification. Then 25 pin connector and 9 pin connector is there, and this is nothing but a 9 pin signals. We have a three signals are there: receiving, transmitting, and ground. Apart from that, we have a handshake signals. And then connector types, I told you, female and male type will be there. Then line driver, one is for sending and another one for receiving, and this is my waveform between that. Okay, RS232 speed, you have to speak along with the length as well as capacitance and inductance. Even it is analog signal, it is will be slow. And RS445, you have to explain this line driver diagram, this full duplex diagram, and we have a slave signal as well as master. And we have to specify with the transmitting as well as receiving. We have a separate driver for transmitting and receiver. So we needed nearly 32 transmitter and 32 receiver. It is working in multi drop mode, and the difference in that, and you have to write down the difference in a technical specification. Are you clear, ma?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So students, I think okay. I think, is it visible for you, ma? Students, it is visible for you, ma?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yeah.
So,
See, pleasant. Actually, I have put assignment 2 for you. Are you clear, ma? Assignment 2. And in assignment 2, I will show the question. Okay, actually, you have to submit on or before 14:10. So people don't take much time on submitting your assignments. Try to submit earlier because it will makes you. And unit 3, I have put the notes on PIC and ARM7 in detail, and I have put uploaded two PPTs. One is for PIC 16F and another for ARM7. Okay, you can the two PPT is very much used for whatever I taught in the class. I have make it as a PPT. Are you clear? You have to understand, ma. So assignment 2 I will share for you. Okay, and now we started with unit 4. So unit 4 I will teach you, and then I will upload the assignment. Okay, and one more thing. Can you able to view the assignment, ma? Please, anyone say, ma?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
Ma'am.
yeah, thank you, ma. So, listen, I have give you fill in the blanks 5 questions, and short questions 5 questions, and long question. Please read out, explain any one application of embedded system in detail using any one processor learnt in our curriculum. Remember, this question should not copy it from anyone else. For all the question, the answer will be same. So you will do copywriting. But this question whoever taken the seminar, na, you just take down that and write the application. So far, only 4 students have taken the seminar. Are you clear? Abhirami, Alagapriya, Mahalashmi, and Jayprakash. So listen. So people, you write. So that's why I told you. Kindly prepare at least 3 slides. Don't wait till I will announce your name. Make it, because till the end of the class, the seminar will go. At least daily 2 students have to take the seminar. Okay, because in our 4th and 5th unit, it will be somewhat the syllabus is somewhat less comparing to other. Are you clear? And one more thing, Aarti, are you ready to present? Aarti, Aarti, are you willing to give the seminar now or no? Any network issue?
Ma'am,
Yeah,
நாளைக்கு எடுக்கிறேன் ma'am.
okay, ma. So tomorrow I told you the names, Aarti, Angeline Aishwarya, Amritam Harshavardhan not respond. I will ask him tomorrow. Angeline Aishwarya, Ansuri Subramanian, Aruna Devi. Okay, these people have to take the seminar. And one more thing, absentees I will read out. I have taken the attendance. Register number 4, Ajit Kumar. What happened to him? I am asking. Akash Singh, 5. Register number 7. I am only leave him. So people, while I'm calling your name, you are not answering to my question. Na? I can understand you are not in the class. You are went somewhere else by switch on. So you all know you are preparing for 3 slides. How much of effort you are putting and you are preparing? Daily we people were taking the classes, and we people were taking you to understand so many things were adding. Okay, so please try to listen the class regularly. And then register number 17, Bibu Anant. Then register number 47, Kritika. Kritika is absent, na?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Present.
present Kritika.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
I'll taking on that time. 48, Tyagi is absent. 49, Vijayshri is also absent. 64, Pranjit Das. 64, Pranjit Das, are you present, ma? 64, Pranjit Das, absent. 67, Rahul Singh, absent. 73, Charanya. Charanya, are you present? Absent. 82, Snekha. Snekha, any network difficulty you got? She's also absent. 81, Nikeshwar Reddy. Nikleshwar Reddy, yeah. Nikleshwar Reddy. He's also absent. 89, Santosh Reddy came on. Santosh Reddy, absent. Izad. Izad is present or not? Absent. Sagili Vijay Kumar is absent. And please listen. Have you seen your marks, ma? People, have you seen your marks?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. No, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am.